The episode really does end with a beautiful scene between Elliot and Belle. And, they have the hug, she really does acknowledge what this has done to him. What can you share about filming that scene, especially considering Chris co-wrote the episode and
Yeah.
where their relationship is now after going through all of this for so many seasons?
Me and Chris enjoy those scenes. Like they're fun to do. For me, anything that's outside of giving orders, barking orders at people, I thrive in those scenes. So I love when they're, this relational scenes. I love that Belle is just such a support to him. I love that she supports him, that she's rooting for him, that she wants him to heal, she wants him to get, what he needs, and that no matter what, she's going to be by his side, even if he makes the wrong decision, she's going to be there. So that scene at the end, I'm trying to remember exactly what happened because we shot it so long ago that I can't say I absolutely remember exactly what it was, but I just know in general when me and Chris shoot those scenes, we just want them to be real. That's it. Like we don't want it to be over the top. It doesn't have like we don't have to like sometimes we cut lines out of the scene. And now that I'm talking about it more, I feel like that this might be one of the scenes where we did that. Like there are certain lines they want us to say. We're like, no, like sometimes like what needs to be like silence says everything that needs to be said, or a hug says everything that needs to be said. It doesn't have to be this long drawn out conversation, and I think me and Chris, when we have these kind of scenes, we're always looking for ways to make it as real as possible. Not to, oh, the audience is gonna love this, like they gonna, they're gonna be it's not about that. It's about how do we tell the story in its most simplest form, simplistic form, and keep it real, and so I think that's my favorite part about those kind of scenes.
One of the things that you and I have discussed a number of times at this point is that she's had to deal with a lot with her team, even outside of Stabler. And certainly at the end of episode 2, Jet is not in the best of places. What can you share about her mindset and her concern about Jet, especially knowing what she's seen Jet go through the past few years and her own concerns about kind of keeping her team intact?
Yeah, I think, Belle knows Jet is young, honestly, Jet didn't sign up for what she got put into. She's literally supposed to be the computer nerd. Like that's it. She's supposed to be at a desk typing, giving us information. She was not supposed to be going undercover, going into the field and all that. Like, but Belle knows that she's equipped to do it. She's shown in the past that she's equipped to do it. She's survived like crazy circumstances in the past. But I do also know that Belle sees that it could be a part of Jet being young and not having lived a full life yet, that certain things are just so hard for her to deal with emotionally as far as the case is concerned. It's like, oh my God, this is happening to these people. She's not able to compartmentalize the way some of us like Reyes, Bell, and Stabler are, because they've been detectives for a number of years. I think that's something, I've never been a detective, but I'm assuming that's something you have to kind of learn how to do. You have to learn, just like a therapist, you have to learn how to compartmentalize. Otherwise, you're going to take home every problem your client has, you're going to take it home with you. And so when you're in law enforcement, Jet seems like she's taking her victims home with her, literally taking them home with her. And you can't do that if you want to be able to work in this kind of field for a long time. So I think genuinely as a big sister, she wants Jet to do what's best for her. She doesn't want Jet to think about letting her down. Like, oh, I'm going to let Bell and Stabler down if I have to take some time away, or if I have to think about things differently or whatever. And I think for Bell, it's at the end of the day, the case is things are going to get solved. We're going to get justice. I think that's her mindset. We're going to get justice. Is it worth you losing yourself or worth you being in a bad place? No. We'll figure it out, but you need to do what you need to do for you. And I think Belle cares about her team that much, you know? I think she really genuinely cares about them as people, that she's not gonna put Jet in a position where she's struggling mentally or emotionally. If she notices, she's gonna give her a chance to prove herself. Like, hey, I believe in you and I believe you can do this. But if it's too much, she's gonna support her in that.